Happy holidays! Guys, the holiday event part 2 is starting around the world in Pokemon Go. Today, we're going to be talking about this event, everything you need to know, and I'm going to warn you, this doesn't really look like a holiday event. This event is going to be going down December 22nd, 10 a.m. to December 27th, 8 p.m. your local time. Bonuses your event will have 2 times XP for catching Pokemon, 50% more XP from raid battles, Pokestop showcases during the event, and from December 25th, 10 a.m. to January 5th, 8 p.m., Daily Adventure Incense is going to be lasting 30 minutes, so twice as long. Although this is kind of like a vanity bonus because we have Roar of Time now. Still great for free-to-play players. Okay, spawns during the event, we are going to see Alolan Rattata, Murkrow, Galarian Zigzagoon, Blitzel, Vanillite, Tynamo, the new holiday attire Wooloo, and rare spawns for Absol. On top of that, we'll see exclusive instant spawns appearing on different days. December 22nd, 24th, and 26th, Snorlax, Blitzel, Yamask, Lampent, and holiday attire Wooloo will be spawning off incense. And December 23rd, 25th, and 27th, Togetic, Galarian Zigzagoon, Fungus, Furfrou in the natural form, and Sotottle will be spawning off of the incense. And yes, Sotottle is the new shiny during the event. Now, one star ranger event will have Alolan, Vulpix, Galarian Darumaka, Litwick, and Sotottle. And Sotottle, by the way, will have an increased shiny odds in raids. My guess is a 1 in 64 shiny rate, but I might be being a bit generous, so we'll have to wait and see. I'll put that in the pinned comments. The 3-star ranger event will be Snorlax, Banette, Zebstrika, and Toucannon. The 5-star raids will be Mega Latias until December 26th, and then switching into Giratina altered form. And the Mega raids will be Mega Latias until the 26th, and then switching into Mega Abomasnow. We'll also have exclusive avatar items available during the shop with some cool ugly Christmas sweaters. We also have some exclusive research during the event with a field research task, catch 10 Pokemon for a Galarian Zigzagoon or a Blitzel, use an instance for a Sotottle, and win 2 raids for a Clink. There'll also be a premium timed research you can buy for $5 USD. It's going to be 2 pages. The pages will be on screen, getting you that exclusive Wooloo avatar jacket. And finally, we have exclusive collection challenges. You can check them on screen. Pretty easy to go ahead and complete. Also, some of the part 1 research will move on over to part 2. So if you want to see my tips for that, watch it. By the way, I do understand why the spawns are the way they are for this event is because they are following a black and white Kyurem theme. So in the first part of the holiday event, we got fire and ice type spawns. And the second part, we're getting electric and ice type spawns. Let's get into it though with the tips. What are the best spawns to catch during the event, including the instant spawns that you should be focusing on? There's actually a couple decent ones. Starting with Alolan Rattata, which evolves into Alolan Raticate, which is good in some limited Great League Cups like the Kanto Cup. We also have Absol in there, which Absol does have a Mega Form in Pokemon Go if you need a good IV for that. Okay, wait, I lied. There's not that many good spawns. But what there are is good incense spawns. Yes, attracted to incense on certain days. We have certain Pokemon. Which ones are the best to get? Well, for the December 22nd, 24th, and 26th, we have Snorlax, which Snorlax, of course, is good in the Master League. We also have Yamask, which evolves into Kofagrigus, which is good in the Ultra League. We have Lampent, which evolves into Chandelure. Chandelure is a top fire and ghost type attacker in Pokemon Go. Now for the instant spawns, December 23rd, 25th, and 27th, we have Togetic, which evolves into Togekiss, which is a good fairy type attacker in Pokemon Go and also good in the Master League. We have Fungus in there. If you don't know, Fungus gets you 500 Stardust per catch. So catch those Funguses, it's like catching 5 Pokemon in one. Finally, we have Sotottle in there, which evolves into Satitan, which is a decent ice type attacker in Pokemon Go. Let's move on to the raids though. What are the best ones to go after? Well, in the 1-star raids, we have Alolan Vulpix, which evolves into Alolan Ninetales, which is decent in the Ultra League. We have Galarian Darumaka, which evolves into Galarian Darmanitan, a top ice type attacker in Pokemon Go. We have Litwick, which evolves of course into Chandelure. We talked about this one being a good ghost and fire attacker. And Sotottle, which evolves into Satitan, being a good ice type attacker. Also, Sotottle does have that shiny boost in raids. So if you want to really get that shiny, you can go after in raids. But again, it is just a money grab. So you could just wait till it's in the wild. In the 3-star raid, Snorlax, which again is good in the Master League. We also have Banette in there, which does have a Mega Form in Pokemon Go. Although you guys probably have 1,000 of these because it's been out so many times. In the 5-star raids, we start off with Mega Latias, which is a good Psychic and Dragon type attacker. But if you already have Mega Latios is just better than it. So you can kind of just avoid it. Switching into Giratina altered form though. Giratina altered form is an amazing Ultra League Pokemon, an amazing Master League Pokemon, and also a good ghost type attacker in Pokemon Go, so definitely raid that if you can. Finally, in Mega Raids, as we mentioned, Mega Latias, but that switches into Mega Abomasnow, which Mega Abomasnow is, you know, a decent ice type attacker in Pokemon Go. It's not that good, but you can catch it if you need it for the dex. Okay, bonuses during the event, 2 times catch XP. As I always mention to you guys, if you don't know, every excellent throw you catch a Pokemon on, that's 1,000 XP, 2,000 on a lucky egg, and during events like like these, 4,000 XP. Yes, 4,000 XP for catching a single Pokemon is huge gain. So I highly recommend you guys go out there, grind, hit as many excellent throws as you can. I actually have a video where I hit level 40 from level 0 from level 1 in 11 hours, just hitting excellent throws during a 4 times catch XP event. Obviously, this is not the same, but it's still huge XPs to be gained. And if you need XP, definitely do not sleep on that. Also, some of the spawns in the wild, Wooloo, Galarian Zigzagoon, Alolan Rattata have very, very big circles, so it's very easy to hit excellent throws on them. Let's move on though to the candy tips. If you want a lot of candy for some of these wild spawns, especially if you're going to be powering them up for using them in their meta relevant state, what are the best candy tips to grind a lot of candy for some of these Pokemon? First of all, using Pineapple Berries, regular Pineapple Berries, multiply catch candy by 2 and Silvers by 2.34. You can use Pokéspatial Rend ability, which will double your spawn radius, allowing you to see more spawns. The more spawns you see, the more Pokemon you catch. More Pokemon you catch, of course, the more candy you get. If you're going out for an efficient grind and you're planning on being as efficient as possible, activate Spatial Rend. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon. When you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type with the Mega, you get more candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon of that type. What Mega should we Mega Evolve during the event? Well, taking a look at all the spawns, we have a lot of Dark spawns and a lot of Ghost spawns across the whole board. So I highly recommend Mega Evolving a Mega Sableye for this event. Not only will you get more candies for the Garatinas if you end up doing the raids, but also some of the wild spawns and the instant spawns like the Lampents, different stuff like that. A secondary option is to Mega Evolve a normal type like Mega Kangaskhan, Lopunny, or Pidgeot. That will get you more candies for things like the Wooloo, the Rattata, the Galarian Zigzagoon. But in my opinion, I think Mega Sableye is the best, or any sort of dark type Mega. You can also trade Pokemon. If you don't know, when you trade 2 Pokemon, if the distance between where those 2 Pokemon were caught is over 100 kilometers, you're guaranteed an XL candy as well as 2 regular candies for making that trade. So any of these Pokemon you catch during this event, if you have a friend who recently went on a trip, has a bunch of distance Pokemon, they can trade them to you for your locally caught Pokemon, allow you to grind XP. It can also work if you end up playing this event in a different city, you come back to your local town, trade them for locally caught Pokemon. For example, trade away 100 Absols, that's 100 Absol XL candies you can use to power up a Mega Absol. Finally, you can go ahead and transfer Pokemon. Now, a couple days right into this event is our 2 times transfer candy event for the month, Delibird Spotlight Hour, December 24th from 6 to 7 p.m. your local time. Anytime during that time frame when you transfer Pokemon, you'll be getting 2 times the amount of candy. So a couple days into the event, I highly recommend you note down a reminder to transfer Pokemon during that time. You can even tag them beforehand because you most likely won't be getting another 2 times transfer candy event until the new year. Granted, the new year is like in a week. So finally, let's talk about Platinum Medal tips. You need 35 Platinum Medals, go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. Which one should we be working on during the event? Of course, all the type medals down here, we have dark type Pokemon, so you can work on your Delinquent medal. We have ghost type Pokemon spawning. Any of these type medals you haven't completed, and if that type of Pokemon is spawning in the wild, highly recommend that you catch it. The Rising Star medal, defeat 150 species of Pokemon in raids. We do have a huge variety of raids during this event, so if there's any of them that you've never raided before at least once, I don't think I've ever done a Sotodle raid. I'm going to do 1 raid for it just to get a point towards this medal. You can use your free pass. Remember, you are getting 2 free passes every day during the season of Dual Destiny. The medal though I'm most excited for during the event is the Rat Badge, the Youngster medal, catch 1,000 Tiny Rattatas. Tiny Rattata constitute a Rattata that is under 2.41 kilograms. So when you come to your Rattatas, you can see here on the left how much it weighs. For example, this is a Tiny Rattata. Highly recommend you catch all those lower Rattatas. It'll allow you to work on this medal. And if you don't know, if you and your friend both have Tiny Rattatas, you can actually receive one from trade and it counts towards this medal. So you catch 50 Tiny Rattatas, they catch 50, trade them. You guys have each just logged 100 Tiny Rattatas towards this medal. And the final medal, of course, the Showcase Star medal, win 100 Pokestop showcases for that rare PhD Pikachu encounter. I'm still at 10. I'm not making any progress, but you guys can make progress by dropping into the rural showcases. The further out from the city you are when you're dropping in showcases, higher chance you're going to win because there's less competition. So drop into those showcases during the event to try to win them. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, you will enjoy the one below. Watch that, and good luck during this event. Although it is kind of an unconventional holiday event, it should still be some fun, and I'm excited to catch some Garatinas because Garatina is always fun to raid. So anyway, follow for tips. Peace.